Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kay, and I'm here today to bring y'all All American episode 4, season 6, called The Blackout. And I'm just gonna start off by saying happy birthday, Spencer. I just think that this episode was a very fun episode. I know this is a little different from how I've been doing it, where I will usually record on commercial breaks, but y'all, this episode really did have so much going on for real. Like, it was a lot of moving parts. A lot of redemption was happening. A lot of apologies. But not Spencer getting towed up. Not him having marks on his arm for him to try to get his 21 drinks. It's just crazy. You know, typically, I don't like episodes that start off, you know, in the future or in the present, and then we have to go backward. Not to say that it was a flashback type thing, but it was a flashback type thing. And Spencer, you know, it's different seeing Spencer in this element, because Spencer is always usually so responsible and he never does anything. So to see him get towed up like that, what's that sign on TikTok? We had a time last night. And then it was like, ooh, girl. Him school was towed up. Him school was towed up already. Listen. Okay, so we kind of have touched on some things now with Spencer and Jordan. And I'm happy because I'm so tired of them beefing. Like, they relationship is literally an emotional roller coaster. Like, finally, we see them try to talk things out. But it's just the fact that Jordan was trying to have, like, a serious conversation with Spencer while Spencer was tore up. Nothing ever good comes out of trying to talk to somebody tore up. But at least with Spencer being tore up, he was finally able to, I guess, communicate his true feelings to Jordan about how he feels about not getting the ball and, you know, not being the man. So as we saw, Jordan has now become a Heisman prospect, and Spencer was not happy about it because, of course, at GAU, Spencer was the man and Spencer was like the go-to guy on the team. But now that Mac is there, Mac is kind of readjusting some things now that he's offensive coordinator. And now it's exactly like I said last week in my review. The reason why Jordan has taken such a liking and such a attachment to Mac is because Mac shows him the attention that he's never gotten. He said that every time he has played with Spencer, Spencer was always a man. And he he said he had to live in his shadow, but he said that he always had somebody, whether, you know, the coaches was always on his side, whether he had Coach Kenny. He said he even had his own dad. He was like, but now it seems like somebody's actually taking interest in, you know, helping him develop his career. And so it made him feel good about himself. And even though I was happy for Jordan that he's getting this attention, I just feel like he's being used as a pawn for some reason in Coach Mac's whole diatribe of plans, and I just don't like that. I feel like, you know, it would be better if I feel like I can trust Coach Mac, but I can't. So there's that. And so Spencer just tells Jordan basically, like, I'm trying to go to NFL. The less I touch the ball, the less they start reaching out. And so Jordan tries to get Spencer like a ride, but Spencer decides not to ride with Jordan, and he don't want to make sure Jordan gets home. So then Spencer ends up at a bar with Wade. And so this whole redemption story, like them trying to redeem Wade after everything Wade has done, in my human side, people do deserve a second chance. It's just, you know, Wade has done so much. Wade has really done so much that, you know, like, since he got kicked out of JU's program, he decided to tank the whole program. And so all of that had collateral effects. But to see Olivia be the one who was ready to be so forgiving of Wade, I just didn't know how I felt about that. I know this is supposed to be a brand new Olivia. This is supposed to be Olivia 2.0. I'm still getting used to it because for the longest time, it just seemed like Olivia was only concerned about Olivia and not how her decisions affected others. But, you know, she seems to be on a path to maturity. So, you know, I guess you can't be mad at that, really. The guys and everybody, actually the whole group, have a discussion about a small discussion after Spencer tried to fight Asher. You know, Spencer and Asher have always had a little tension. Always, whether it was between them and Layla or whether it was between him and Olivia. It's just like Spencer just be ready to swing. Spencer's starting to act like Jordan a little bit now that we talk about it. This whole episode, he was swinging on everybody. I said, now Spencer letting out his true feelings. He done had to hold back so much. Finally, when he have a little fun and let go, Spencer just take the spirit of Jordan and just start swinging on everybody. But everybody, you know, not believing that Asher did it. Asher was like, well, I asked you. Well, he was talking to Jordan at the time. He was like, well, I asked you, you know, do you believe in people needing second chances? And, you know, I'm not going to say that Asher was desperate for a quarterback, but his team was in trouble. And at the end of the day, it's a business. It's the game. And the nature of the business is all about winning. So, yeah. As I said, I had to do what I had to do. I didn't want to do it either, but I had to pull my bootstraps up and try to get us a quarterback, or else we done for the season. Patience. I now see why my All-American cousins was on Twitter last night calling her the Crenshaw Wendy Wu Warrior. I think that's what they call it, a Crenshaw Wendy Wu Warrior. Because how Patience get in it? Patience, how you get in it? Just like that voice, what's that sound of Nene? She was like, now how I get in it? Patience, how you get in it? Patience was just off to the side, and next thing you know, her leg was around that man's neck. Lord have mercy. And Coop done dragged her out. You know, speaking of Coop, just a little sidebar, I like that this season they're actually incorporating Scoop. That's their friendship name, Spencer and Coop. They incorporating Spencer and Coop's relationship again, because in the beginning of All-American, it was all about Spencer and Coop being his road dog. And I think I missed that for the last 2 seasons. I kind of feel like it kind of went out the window a little bit. And then Coop tried to find herself, or she was looking for something in her life that she could place value on outside of her being with Patience. And so she even started getting cool with Asher a little bit. But I'm happy to see that, like, they like her, like she's like Spencer's right-hand man again. I like that. Especially like in the episode, these last couple episodes, they've been hanging out a lot more on camera, and I like that because I just feel like Coop is Spencer's day one. And so to have had them separated for so long, I mean, in friendships, it does go like that, where y'all have periods of growth where you and your bestie may not be like this no more. But now it seems like they back like on good terms again, and I really like that. So to see her going around the city to help Spencer find a gift he never lost, it was good to see. And also with Spencer, those flashbacks with Spencer being under the influence, I would like to see Daniel Ezra play more like Lucy Rose. It's so weird because, like, outside of All-American and outside of Spencer, Daniel just seems so introverted. So to see him being goofy, not to say that introverted people don't have a sense of humor, but you know, you never really get to see that side of him, especially off camera, because you know, some people from the cast are very active online, but he's not one of them, you know. But he doesn't shy away from the camera when they are out, but he just never shows that side of him, but we see it through the lens of other people, basically. So it was interesting to see that, and I would like to see him like be a little bit more goofy. His roles are so serious all the time, so we never really get to see like the comedic side of Daniel. But yeah, I like that. But back to Patience. So of course, the last couple episodes we've been seeing like Patience dealing with her feelings around the attack, and just basically bye Siri, just basically like, you know, trying to heal and get over kind of like her, I feel like she's having a little PTSD from everything, and so she's trying to get back out there and be more sociable and everything like that. So that was interesting to see. But after Coop broke up the fight between her and that guy and took her home, there was a flashback scene of like Patience trying to come on to Coop, and so Coop kind of like stopped everything, which was shocking or a little bit surprising. But not only has, you know, Olivia grown and, you know, everybody else is growing, but Coop has really like had a transformation as well. Like, as far as like how she felt about Patience, she's been holding her feelings back for Patience for a while, and she's been wanting to have a conversation with Patience about how she really feels. She's been really wanting to tell her, but she just never have found the right time, because, you know, she's been so busy trying to just be supportive of Patience, that when this whole little situation happened and Patience was trying to like come on to Coop, Coop kind of stopped her and was like, I didn't really want to do this, or I really don't want to do this without like having a conversation. And Patience was like, well, honestly, I never wanted to have a conversation, but you ruined the mood. So I kind of felt bad, because by the time Spencer and Coop got to Layla's, or no, Spencer got back to the house where Olivia was and he was talking to Coop, that would explain why Coop ran out of Layla so fast, because she wasn't trying to see Patience, because her feelings was hurt. And we'll probably get a little bit more about that next week, hopefully. I hope so, because that's all we really got. And so I feel like we as the audience need a little bit more on how Coop is really feeling, because you know, after Patience just kind of like brushed her off, she just, you know, was avoiding her. And then she was like, that's why I've been running around with you around the city all day. And so it's just, you know, the journey of having Spencer not remember anything that happened was just wild. Also, while everybody's trying to jog Spencer's memory, you got Olivia and Jordan running around the city, because Olivia was like, well, I asked you to be a part of, you know, helping me write this book, but you haven't really done much. And so they end up spending the day together. And I also liked the fact that we got this brother and sister time with Jordan and Olivia, because I feel like we haven't gotten that in a while. Like, for them to be twins, I feel like, you know, for them to be twins, we don't really get that much on-screen time. Like, you know, when you see a set of twins, you expect them to be like moving as one. And I never really, I never really felt that oneness, or got that oneness with Olivia and Jordan. And so it was nice to see them, you know, going around the city, you know, having memories of Billy and, you know, just talking about the good times. I almost thought for real in that park when they said Spencer was getting bullied by that boy or by somebody at the park. I almost thought that there was going to be a flashback to it being Billy and Crenshaw with Jordan and being at the park with Grace. Or I just knew, oh child, especially after that conversation that Olivia had with Grace. I just thought they was about to like shake the table and the bully was Spencer. I just knew it. But y'all, that would have been a plot twist if they would have done that. But yeah, so you know, with Jordan and Layla not seeing eye to eye right now, you know, Jordan and Liv going around the city and them talking about it, and them talking about how, you know, that, you know, Billy always taking him to the park, you know, to clear his head, you know, he would go back home and make up with his mom. Olivia kind of sparks him to go and have a conversation with Layla, and then Patience said something to Layla about you know, making up with Jordan. Also, another sidebar. Well, it's not a sidebar. We can just go segue into the next point. Layla weaning herself off of the meds. Now, this is the first person outside of Ryan that she told that she was weaning herself off the medicine. And she told Patience that, you know, she was actually able to feel something. She was actually able to be emotional about something, and how she saw a puppy or something, and, you know, it made her feel happy feelings. And so she actually could feel something, and she started crying. You know, that made me, when I said it, that made me think about that song on TikTok, you know. But anyway, even though I was happy that she could finally feel something, it was just the fact that, like, I'm not comfortable with Layla doing this to herself. I'm not comfortable with her weaning herself off, like, you know, without a doctor's advice. Because I feel like with the rest of the season, we about to go down a slippery slope with Layla. And I just feel like Layla finally got to a happy place. She had finally got over, you know, that terrible friendship with that girl. You know, everything with her dad. You know, Jordan and her were in a happy place. She was just so happy last season that we knew of. And so now for her to have to possibly spiral a little bit with her mental health and her medicine and everything, I just don't know if I like, you know, the place where this is going. You know, she was doing good. You know, she had her music business. You know, now she's got the bar. And so I just felt like, you know, finally somebody gonna be in a happy place. And so, you know, and then just the fact that, like, you know, after her and Jordan was making up with each other and talking, you know, Jordan has no idea that Layla is doing this. And so I wonder how long it's going to take for him to find out that she is weaning herself off of medicine. One thing I did forget to talk about, I think with Wade, was how apologetic he was. Did I say that already? Because Spence, even after Spencer swung on him, and even after Asher checked him about, you know, the plays, and, you know, Asher had some smoke for Wade. But it's just the fact that, like, Wade apologized for the swatting, and then Wade, you know, Spencer apologized to Wade for, like, you know, being mean to him. But Wade tried to, you know, return a good deed for, you know, the trouble that he caused by, you know, saving Spencer from getting arrested after he was a little dysfunctional at the bar. So I feel like, okay, Okay. You still, I'm still like real skeptical of you. But okay. And then one person that I'm also skeptical of, but I don't know if I said it in my other 3 reviews. I'm Ryan. Ryan won't in this episode, but Ryan is on the chopping block. Like, Ryan is on the chopping block. Because, like, why are you trying to... I just feel like, okay, this is just me, but I'm just thinking. If Ryan had a talk with Layla about getting off her meds, and then, he's teaching patients how to fight or how to defend herself, I just feel like if him being business partners with Layla and Layla starts spiraling, I feel like he's going to try to take the business from her if he can, like, prove that she's, like, mentally incompetent or something. I just really feel like that way. I just feel like he's devious, and he looked devious. I would be shocked if, like, we all had him painted wrong, but I'm just like, they can't be painting and making him look skeptical for no reason. They just can't. So I just, ready to see where this whole direction is going with Ryan. And we finally got an admission from Jordan. Jordan, has been in his feelings. And I saw a lot of people, saying stuff about Layla and her choosing not to move in with Jordan, but her, willingly, having relations with Jordan. Even though I'm not in favor of either one, relations before marriage or living with someone before marriage, I just feel like if that's her boundary, that's her boundary. How can I word it? Like, not that people were trying to be the moral police, but like, if she feels like that's as far as she's willing to go with Jordan and she want to keep something special for their marriage, that's on her. Like, I just was like kind of caught off guard because I was just like, okay. I mean, she don't have to live with Jordan if she don't want to. Maybe she still wants that distance. Right now, she can still have her space. Like, she could be with Jordan, they could be together. They might spend the night at each other's houses. But eventually she gets to go home. And maybe she still wants that for herself for the time being. Because then once they get married, it ain't no, I can leave and go home. You are at home. So either you gonna talk it out or y'all gonna go in the other room till both of y'all cool off. Then y'all come back and talk about it. Or you're gonna do like Billy did and go to the park for about 3 hours and then come back. But yeah, I was just like, people was upset about her not wanting to live with Jordan. I mean, I know y'all go up for Jordana. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a Jordana stan, but Jordana do be having some cute moments. But like, anyway, so Jordan said he was still in his feelings about that. He felt the way because, he's just all excited. He ready to jump all in. But like I said, last review, Jordan is one of those guys who just dive in head first. He all in. Anything he do, he all in. I mean, he was the same way with Simone. Ooh, let me not shake table. Let me not bring up Simone because y'all know the Jordanas was not here for Jamone. The Jordanas is not here for the Jamones. But, we just got to recognize the first Mrs. Baker. Ooh, I'm sorry. I ain't mean shake table like that. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna shake table no more. But yeah, so, you know what? I wonder if they do get married and we see it on TV, because the way the All American Universe is going, this might be it for both shows. But, I wonder if we gonna ever get like that moment. Like, I wonder if I wonder if Simone knows that they're engaged. And I wonder like how she'll feel if they actually get married. I wonder if she'll feel away. I know some of y'all probably like, who cares what Simone thinks? I care what Simone thinks because, like, at the end of the day, Simone still loved Jordan. And she was, you know, trying to get over Jordan. That's why she was, you know, going back and forth between what's that man's name? Lando, and Damon. Anyway, back to All American. So, y'all, lastly, I think I just want to, you know, discuss, like, I was seeing some, you know, discord online about possibly All American turning into Degrassi. How y'all feel about that? You know, there was rumors flying after the article came out last night about, you know, if this is the last season for the original cast and if they're going to, you know, start season 7 with a whole new slate of people. And let me just say, these are the ways that I would accept that. One, if we're gonna segue in new characters, season 6 cannot be the last season for the original cast. The original cast will have to appear in season 7. I'm not saying that they got to appear in every episode, but there needs to be a great transition segue. And this is one thing, like, I had against Grownish, because I felt like Junior coming into Grownish was a great idea, but I felt like they did not segue the characters properly. And so the audience didn't get a chance to fall in love with the new characters or get to know them like how we did the original cast. So All American people, if this is the last season for the original cast All American and we're going to segue into like a new generation, kind of like Degrassi new class or Saved by the Bell new class, we need to see an interaction. We need to see that mentorship. We need to see the bridging of both generations. The only show to have done this, the only two shows to have done this extremely well are Different World and Degrassi. Those are like my top 2 shows. So if we gonna do that, I'm okay with it for the most part. I know a lot of people said, you know, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras if they not gonna do the original cast. But, you know, if we want to keep the ball rolling and make this like a teenage novella, I'm here for it as long as it's done properly and the writing is good. The writing got to be top tier for this to happen. It got to be top tier. Is there anything else I'm missing from Spencer's birthday? Spencer looked like he had a good time, even though he didn't remember any. Oh, I can't forget. We didn't really get that many Olivia moments. We got the muffins and how she put soy milk in that muffin. Olivia, that is nasty. God, that, ma'am. Cornbread muffins are a Southern delicacy. You got to use real butter. You got to use real milk, real lard, or however else people decide to make it. Girl, it got to have grease in it, baby. It got to have grease in it. That's what cornbread muffins is not meant to be healthy. You put butter in it when you make it, and when it come out the oven and it's still warm, you take you a little brush and dip it in the butter and spread it on top and let the butter melt and saturate on top of the muffin. Spencer spit that muffin out so fast, I ain't even know what happened. He done spit the muffin out. We done ended up at Grace's house. We eating the real muffins. Oh my God. Like, vegan people, let us live and eat good food. I mean, I could see if it was a vegan dish, but this wasn't. This is cornbread muffins. And then you bought them to him for breakfast. Who eat cornbread muffins in the morning? Cornbread muffins go with macaroni and cheese and greens and a piece of fried chicken. You don't just, I mean, you can't eat it by itself now. They're good enough to eat by itself, but for breakfast, that's a little random. What happened to blueberry? You could have a blueberry muffin or something. But soy milk, and Grace was like, I knew when she said I was going to put soy milk in it, it was going to go all wrong. I said, not Grace made a backup batch. Okay, and Grace giving Spencer his first drink. Not Dylan. Y'all see that slight shade Dylan through Spencer? By saying, you know, Layla, I like Layla, she my woman. Not trying to say, I know she was your girl in the past, but she gonna be mine in the future. Dylan is funny. Dylan has grown. Dylan is a young man. Dylan. You was just like 6 years old when the show started or something. You had a little sponge. Oh my God, Dylan. Dylan been out here working, y'all. Look, I don't know the actor who played Dylan's name, but he been out here getting to the bag. My boy he done had his own show on Disney. He done been in about 2-3 movies. He been out here working. Get to the money, man. I ain't mad at you. But yeah, where is Grace's husband at? That's what we need to know. Where is stepdaddy Carter at? Where is he at? Oh my God. And y'all, I'm just talking now. Y'all know when every time they mention Coach Mr. Montez and that little picture be on his desk. Rest in peace, Coach Mr. Montez. But yeah, y'all. Spencer starting off with champagne or mimosa for his birthday, and then like it all going down here from there. And then he going to his mom, him not wanting to let his mom know that he got towed up last night and he didn't remember Nathaniel's. It's hilarious. Spencer ain't remember Nathaniel's. Okay, he didn't remember Nathan. He didn't remember nothing. Is that all I have to talk about? I ain't want to like review the episode today. I just want to, you know, talk about a few things that stuck out to me. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how this book goes. Oh, before I go, y'all, I know I was talking about Spencer for a reason. This Spolivia thing. Spolivia went and got matching tattoos. That was her gift to Spencer, and with them doing, you know, so that was a cute moment, I guess. You know, the tattoo thing, I wasn't really expecting the tattoo, you know, for her being her gift. But, you know, to each his own. If he liked it, I loved it. And that they always have a piece of home. Just hope they make it, because if they break up and a piece of home is always with him after they ain't together no more, that'll be wild. I don't go up for Spolivia, but Spolivia do be having some cute moments. I'll give credit where credit is due. I will. I'll give credit where credit is due. Spolivia be having some cute moments. I be here for it. I be looking. I be swooning just like everybody else. I be like, ooh. But you know, there's that. But yeah, y'all, I think that's everything now. I think I'm done. If it's anything I forgot, leave me a comment down below. Like this video, and I'll be back next week with your All-American review for episode 5. Deuces.